First fish of the morning. Officially landed fish of the morning. As you can see, he's got a perch in his mouth. He's got the largest perch that I brought from home. He's hooked pretty deep, so he's probably going to go in the live well. Starting to get a little bit of action. It's getting close to 6:45 here in the morning. Be the Saturday here in the Walleye Rodeo. The boys and I come over yesterday, and everybody caught a few fish. That darned old fish, he tore him up pretty good. He's dead. I'm gonna go ahead and put him right back on with the little bit of waves that we've got out here. Action might still be like he's live. I'm just fishing in 10 foot of water, letting it drop to the bottom, and then reeling up a couple cranks. That's the first one off the live worms. I'm going to take a mess of them home, since I've already got one alive well. That one bit on a red Rooster jig with a live worm. Biggest one that I've caught, I guess. And he did swallow it. Well. This perch, this will be the third fish on the same perch.
Be a lively perch.
Well, he's hadn't been alive for a while, but he was a pretty good sized one, so I decided to keep him on there. It's a stinking gar. Had my bait stolen a few times. He snapped off right there. Darn things. Little channel cat. That's a second channel cat of the day. He bit off a live worm. Go get bigger. Another catfish. Yeah, the boys was fishing down there a couple days ago and caught 15 of them like this. Had another one hit it, drifting. It's about 11 o'clock in the day. Decent sized fish. All right, another hybrid. It's a second one that lasts probably 5 minutes. I've already got about a half a dozen in the live well. He's gonna get to grow. And you can see a perch, just the head of it left right there. That's the exact same piece of bait I just tossed in. Wind's probably blowing about 10 miles an hour. I'm just putting the poles in the pole holder and drifting along here in about 8 foot of water. It's staying down a little bit longer and not fighting like a sand bass or a hybrid. I think it's a channel cat. Yep. And it's a channel cat. Another fish off that same perch head. Get back in there, buddy. I've already got enough to eat for today. When you're doing this drifting, you really don't have to hardly ever set the hook because you're moving not anywhere close to the wind speed, but you're moving about 1.5 miles an hour, mile to 1.5 miles an hour. So whenever they hit something drifting through there, they usually set the hook for themselves. And finally felt like I had a good fish hit. Best fish I've had of the day. Oh man, a lot of fight. It wasn't all that big, but it's another one on the board. Decent sized fish. He's not injured. He's going back in. I don't think this pole's got anything on it, but a few times it's bowed over. I think it's just been dragging bottom. Oh my goodness, it does have a little drum. I couldn't even tell that it had one. I'm using night crawlers. It's got tangled up with my other line as well. Using night crawlers on a red Rooster jig head. And I did catch a little drum. Yesterday afternoon I quit fishing about 2:30 or so. Went in and cleaned half a dozen fish that I kept. As you saw yesterday, I caught about, I don't know, 12 to 14 fish before I went in. I did go back out yesterday evening. No luck. Only caught one drum. Today is Sunday, the last day of the Walleye Rodeo. There's been some great fish turned in yesterday. There was a 20-pound striper caught and a 9 or 10 pound, almost a 10-pound hybrid. I'm gonna go fish for a few hours. I overslept this morning. I decided I needed every bit of my beauty sleep, so I turned my alarm off at 5. I'm just getting in here to the convenience store to get some fuel, and I'll be back out on the water soon. Fish of the day, little sand bass. I'm using live worms. That's a little hybrid actually. Using live worms, he devoured that one. I'm not much of a fan of the wind. Little one again. The lake must be full of these little guys. It became way too windy and dangerous to stay out on the lake fishing. The awards ceremony is fixing to go on up here. The Walleye Rodeo is officially over. I'm gonna head up and check it out, see who caught the biggest fish of each species. There'll be several winners today. And I consider myself a winner getting off of the water as bad as it was. I'd like to thank Robert with Red Rooster Custom Baits. He set me up with some new lures designed for crappie, but they work for white bass and they'll work for hybrids as well. Used them Friday night whenever the boys and I came over and caught some fish. Used live bait and worms most of the rest of the time. I could never find a big fish, but I did have a good time being on the water. Gonna go check it out. See the biggest fish? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see some more.